Wow, a classy lady. Vegan, you said? Hey, should have guessed.
Peace for Ukraine or urine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The mildest heat-related illnesses such as sunburn, heat rash, and heat cramps can progress to more serious conditions, including heat exhaustion and heat stroke. When heat waves strike, tips for heat emergencies. Continue watching to find out more.
No to vegan, 'cause you want to destroy this planet.
It's not food! It's violence! It's not food! It's violence! Why are they right? We have just begun to fight! It's violence! We have just begun to fight!
Fascinating viewers, if you explore the autonomous region of Bougainville, you might hear the friendly locals say "you rate," meaning "how are you" in Tak Pisin, an English-based Creole language spoken in the region. I'm Kabui. The gracious people of the autonomous region of Bougainville know that as you have chosen the compassionate vegan diet, you will be helping mitigate climate change.
And the Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Let's go! I'm doing better than ever.
For indigenous rights or
I'm
animal.
doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. You know, I'm doing better than ever. You don't like the sun shining after bad weather. I'm doing better than ever. 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 Like the sun shining after bad weather. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever.
One with flying colours? What else to expect? You are vegan.
In today's show, when heat waves strike, tips for heat emergencies, we will learn what intense heat can do to our bodies and how to prepare and stay safe when a heat wave arrives. A heat wave is a prolonged period of unusually high temperatures, frequently accompanied by elevated humidity that normally lasts 2 or more days. It happens when a high-pressure system pushes hot air downward and traps it close to the ground. The area gets hotter as the high-pressure system hangs around longer. Also, it prevents rain from developing, which exacerbates the heat. The World Meteorological Organization stated in the news release in January 2023 that the past 8 years have been the warmest on record due to increased levels of greenhouse gases and accumulated heat. Compared to the second half of the 19th century, the planet was 1.15 degrees Celsius hotter in 2022. Weather extremes have become more frequent and intense as a result of ongoing climate change.
Heatwave is moving across Southeast Asia, pushing temperatures to record levels. In India, at least 11 people died of heat stroke this week. Schools and colleges in some provinces have been closed.
To Spain, which is dealing with an unprecedented heat wave for this time of the year. Many places have already been hit by an unseasonably dry winter.
Heat is the top weather-related cause of fatalities in the United States as well as major global hazard. The United Kingdom experienced its highest temperature on record, reaching 40 degrees Celsius in the summer of 2022. The elevated temperatures triggered the onset of wildfires and also severely affected France, Portugal, and Spain. According to the World Health Organization, at least 15,000 people in Europe died from heat-related causes in 2022. Populations are being affected more severely by the high temperatures. Hence, experts advise that we need to start considering extreme heat as a natural disaster. Excessive heat can be physically demanding and pose considerable risks, especially to small children, the elderly, outdoor workers, the homeless, pregnant women, and anyone with long-term health conditions. The hypothalamus, an area of our brain that regulates temperature, sends messages to numerous organs and systems in the body to activate cooling mechanisms when we are exposed to heat. Sweating is one of the mechanisms. When sweat evaporates from the skin after leaving pores and comes into contact with the air, it cools us down by removing heat from the body. In addition to sweating, vasodilatation is another mechanism to help us cool down. To increase blood flow and assist the body in dissipating heat, the blood vessels beneath the skin expand. We are at a greater risk of developing a heat-related illness if the rate at which heat enters our bodies exceeds the rate at which heat exits, which is more likely to happen during a heat wave. The mildest heat-related illnesses such as sunburn, heat rash, and heat cramps can progress to more serious conditions including heat exhaustion and heat stroke. As sweat glands become clogged by profuse sweat, heat rash can develop. Heat cramps can happen when people exercise in hot weather and sweat excessively. This causes one to lose fluids and electrolytes, which results in painful muscle spasms. When our body can't cool off properly and loses large amounts of water and salt, heat exhaustion occurs. The signs include dizziness, cold and pale skin, a rapid pulse, excessive sweating, muscle cramps, nausea, or vomiting. As long as we can quickly get out of the heat and go somewhere cool or shaded, as well as hydrate and relax, we should be able to recover. But if we ignore the condition, we run the risk of suffering from heat stroke. When our core temperature reaches above 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, it is a sign that our body is unable to regulate its temperature. In addition to seizures and loss of consciousness, heat stroke can be accompanied by a rapid heartbeat, heated and dry skin, and no perspiration. Heat stroke requires medical care right away and can result in brain damage, organ failure, or death.
Don't choose vegan. Join the Health Club.
We will pause a moment for a constructive message and be right back. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Wrote a vegan essay and is top of your class? Thank your kind heart, not just your upgraded IQ.
Warmongers belong to hell, not to our civilized world.
The UK has experienced its hottest day ever on record.
Alarm bells are ringing with the current unusually high temperatures in France and Spain.
A heat wave has occurred because the heat has been pumping its way out of the northwest of Africa across Spain and Portugal.
Welcome back to When Heat Waves Strike, tips for heat emergencies on Supreme Master Television. As the planet gets continuously warmer, heat waves will become more frequent, persistent, and severe. Learning how to cope with extreme weather is crucial. Here are some tips for getting ready earlier and staying safe when heat waves hit. Please pay attention to the weather forecast so you can anticipate when the heat wave will come and how long it is likely to last. Please check your air conditioning to make sure it works properly and replace the filter if necessary. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, clean filters can work more efficiently and lowers energy consumption by up to 15%. On extremely hot days, avoid being out during midday. If you must go out in the heat, apply sunscreen beforehand, walk in the shade, and wear a wide-brimmed hat and sunglasses. You may feel more comfortable if you dress in lightweight, loose-fitting, and light-colored clothing. Even when you have the necessary protection, you should be on the lookout for signs of dehydration, such as increased thirst, dry mouth, dark urine, and infrequent urination. To prevent heat-related illnesses, it's crucial to stay hydrated in hot weather. Even if you don't feel thirsty, you should still consume water and avoid caffeinated drinks. Drinking a little water every so often is more efficient than drinking large amounts all at once. You lose a lot of electrolytes when you sweat profusely. When this happens, you can eat a salty meal, drink sports beverages, or consume electrolyte water to help replace the electrolytes you have lost, which will help replenish the required sodium and potassium in the body. To keep the sun from heating up your home, keep the drapes or blinds closed on windows that are directly exposed to sunlight. Some people like to sit in front of a fan on hot days to get a direct breeze. Specialists warn that if the indoor temperature is higher than 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit, the dry blowing air might dehydrate us faster. Instead, a ceiling fan is an excellent choice. If the ceiling fan's rotation can be kept counterclockwise when turned on, a cool down draft of air may be created to help make you feel more comfortable. We often head for a cold shower on hot days. Although we will feel better temporarily, it won't be able to keep us cool for very long. In fact, a cold shower might make it more difficult for the body to sweat and cool off since it closes the pores and cools the skin. Alternatively, using a cold compress on the wrist, neck, or forehead for a few seconds every couple of hours is another way for a quick refreshing boost.
Never look at animal people flesh counter again? Good that you are a determined vegan. Bless you.
Individuals who use medications for heart disease or high blood pressure, as well as the elderly, are at the high risk of heat stroke, since medications and age may impair their ability to regulate their temperature. Young children, babies, and our pet people companions are also susceptible to heat and require careful attention. Please make sure that they are not left alone in parked cars or other confined spaces to avoid overheating. If you are having trouble keeping your home cool, spend time in an air-conditioned public space such as a library, mall, or any other place that you find comfortable. Although we are not looking forward to it, blazing hot days may become the norm in the future. Certain retrofits are worth investing in to address the problem in the long run. Let's look at some of the simple ways we can do this. One retrofit is to replace incandescent and halogen lights with light-emitting diodes or LEDs, which can effectively reduce heat generation and energy consumption and have a longer lifespan. Growing trees is undoubtedly an effective strategy to create shade and cool the air via evapotranspiration. Installing green walls and rooftops in cities can help to mitigate the urban heat island effect, refresh buildings, filter air pollution, and protect wildlife people. Severe heat can have a devastating impact on our infrastructure, affecting everything from transportation to the electric grid to the water supply. It also increases the likelihood of wildfires, droughts, and air pollution. We should keep a few emergency items on hand in case extreme weather conditions strike. Have some drinking water, shelf-stable food, and a go bag with necessities available in case of an emergency that requires quick evacuation. We sincerely hope that everyone will switch to a vegan diet to halt climate change and avert extreme weather events.
The argument is short, simple, and irrefutable. The supporting detail, what is done to animals in the course of turning them into food for human beings, is profoundly upsetting. Whoever is not persuaded by these essays of Peter Singer's does not have ears to hear. Dr. J.M. John Maxwell, Coetzee, PhD, vegetarian.
Amicable viewers, thank you for your company on today's program. Up next is The Virtuous Essenes, Part 10 of 12 on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May the love and light of heaven embrace your soul.
Be vegan. Make peace. Do good deeds. Hell not reach.
Russia, leave Ukraine or you reign now. Peace be with you too.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/HL.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/HL.